Hello math class. Our lesson today is going to be a simple review of time, telling time to the hour and the half hour. Let's start with a review first of line plots because those were sometimes the trickiest ones. So let's look at our line plot up here. This is the number of cats that people have. So if I look, we have 0 cats, 1 cat, 2 cats, 3 cats, 4 cats, and 5 cats. And it says use the line plot to answer a question. How many people have 3 cats? So we'll look at the line plot, look at number 3, and see how many x's are above it. Since there aren't any x's, the answer is 0. 0 people have 3 cats. Alright, so let's look at a clock. In fact, I'm going to show you a real clock. This is my analog clock. Ooh, let's see if we can get it tipped right there. An analog clock uses numbers and hands to tell the time. Okay, so on the screen is an analog clock. This one uses Roman numerals, whereas the other one uses our regular written out numbers. That's our analog clock. We also have digital clocks. Mine's also a light, so you can see the light turning off there. A digital clock shows the time written out in numbers. Okay, so that is the difference. They both tell the exact same time, but they tell it in different ways, and we need to be able to know how to read both and how to convert one to the other. So looking at this clock, I can see the parts of my clock are this one. This red hand is the hour hand, and the blue hand is the minute hand. Now, sometimes we read the clock backwards because we get the hands confused. The first one we read is the hour hand, and it's the shorter word and the shorter hand. Okay, so hour is only 4 letters long and only 1 syllable. Hour. So the shorthand shows the hour. Okay, minute is a longer word and it has 2 syllables. Minute. So it is the longer hand. Okay, we always read short and then long. So this clock would say 5 o'clock. For this activity, you are going to need your paper clock that I sent with you. There we go. So I've already got mine cut out and the hands put onto it. So if you want to pause the video and make sure you have that ready, you can get that ready. And we're also using the pages 593 and 601 for this video. So make sure you have those ready to go. All right, on this page, it's asking us to use both the digital and the analog clock. So Tommy's practice is at 5 o'clock. To write that time on the digital clock, that's this one over here, we're going to get our pencil and we're going to write 5 o'clock. The hour goes before these 2 little dots called a colon. So the 5 goes here. And then o'clock is written 2 zeros. 0, 0 in the minute place after the colon. So the numbers before show the hour and the numbers after show the time after, the minutes after. So 0 minutes after 5 o'clock, we read it 5 o'clock. So over here on our analog clock, we would draw our hand to the 5, and it's the short hand, so I'm not going to draw it very long. And o'clock is up to the 12. So we draw our minute hand all the way up so it's nice and long. Okay, so make sure that we know how to do that, and you can show that time on your face clock. So to do that, I would take my hour hand, take it over here to the 5, and then my minute hand up to the 12, and that shows 5 o'clock. Let's see. So let's talk about what happens when we are showing time that has elapsed, time that's gone by. So this yellow clock is the starting time and the green clock is the ending time. So our problem says a softball game starts at 6 o'clock. Draw the correct hands on the yellow clock. The game lasts 3 hours. What time does the game end? So let's start by taking our paper clock and making 6 o'clock, because that's when the game starts. So I'm going to change mine so that the hour hand is pointing to the 6 and the minute hand is pointing to the 12. That's going to be 6 o'clock. So we will draw that on with our pen. 6 o'clock, remember the hour hand is shorter word, shorter line. and the minute hand is the longer word, longer hand. So we draw all the way up to the 12. It's almost there, almost exactly straight up and down. So when you do that, you want to make sure they're drawn straight up and down. Then we have to figure out how long, so it tells us how long the game lasts, is 3 hours. And we have to figure out what to write over here on the green clock for the end time. So I can simply add, because a clock is kind of like a number line. So if I add 3 hours, I add 1, 2, and 3. 6. So each one of these jumps is adding 1 hour. So from 6 to 7 is 1 hour, 7 to 8 is 1 hour, and from 8 to 9 is 1 hour. And if I think about it as an addition problem, 6 plus 3 still gives me 9. So any way you want to look at that, we come up with the same answer. So if you think about it as a number line and we're jumping, if you want to think about it as an addition problem and we're adding, either way works, we're going to come up with the same answer. So our hour hand, our short hand would point to the 9, and our minute hand, the long hand, would point to the 12. Okay, and so we can show that on your clock as well. The hour hand goes to the 9, and the minute hand would be on the 12. And that would show 9 o'clock. Ah! Until it falls. Let's see. That's better. There we go. Alright. Our next one is the page that you're going to be starting on. So you should see on page 593 a hot air balloon and a clock with these missing numbers. Okay, the first thing I want you to do is look at your paper clock and look at the clock on your worksheet and figure out which numbers are missing. That's the first thing we're going to do, is fill in the numbers in our clock. And remember, if we're thinking about a timeline, it's going to be a timeline from 1 around to 12. So pause the video and go ahead and fill that in, or fill it in while I fill mine in, and make sure we have all those numbers. So our first spot is 1, next spot missing is 3, missing spot is 5, then 6, and then 8, and 10. Alright, so once we have those filled in, we are going to make a time on here. So I want you to take your paper clock, and I want you to practice making a couple of different times. So the first time I want you to make for me, let's make 11 o'clock. So you're going to move your clock to show 11 o'clock, and I will move mine. Okay, so let's do a quick check. 11 o'clock means our hour hand, the short one, is pointing to 11. Hey, 11's over here. And the minute hand is pointing up to the 12. Now remember, we're talking about hours. There's the minute hand. We are talking about hours. So each one of these is always going to be on the 12. So if you want to just keep that one there, that'll make it a little easier for moving them. Okay, so 11 o'clock, let's do 2 o'clock. So change the clock around so that yours shows 2 o'clock. There's 2 o'clock. The hour hand simply moves to the 2. Okay. And let's do one last one. Let's show 4 o'clock. Move your hour hand so that it shows 4 o'clock. Okay. And actually on your clock, you are going to make, on your worksheet clock, go ahead and make 4 o'clock. So remember, we write that the hour hand is the short, the minute hand is the long one. Okay. On the back of that, we have our vocabulary words. Remember, we talked about what these different clocks are. An analog clock, this is this one, has the numbers, and it has an hour hand and a minute hand. Okay, those are our vocabulary words, our 3 vocabulary words for this one. Analog has the hour hand, which is the short one. Hour hands are shorter, it points to the hour, and the minute hand is longer, and it points to the minutes after the hour. Okay, so everything, anytime, well, we'll talk about that in another lesson. We'll talk about that next time. Our digital clock shows the numbers shows the time using only numbers. Okay, remember, hours first, minutes after. And then that would be 3 o'clock. So those next 3 problems you are going to do on your own. So go ahead and pause the video, fill those 3 clocks out. Pretty simple work today. Like I said, it's just a review, so make sure you get those done and then come back for the second part of the lesson. So for the second part of the lesson, we are talking about time to the half hour, which simply means that if I look at a clock, let's get it so it's straight up for you. We're looking at the time that has gone past by moving the minute hand halfway. Let's see if I can do this without moving my hour hand. Halfway around the clock. Okay, it has moved halfway down to the 6. So it has completed half of a circle down to the 6, and that is 30 minutes. Okay, so the time, we can read it as, oh, except my hour hand moved. We read it as 4:30 because the hour hand is still in between 4 and 5. Okay, this is where it sometimes confuses people. It's because they see the hour hand and it's not pointing at 4, so they say, oh, it must be 5:30. But in fact, we haven't had our minute hand come all the way back around to the next hour of 5 o'clock, so it's still in the hour of 4. So I'm going to show that on our clock here because it'll be a little easier than having my hands in the way. And I'm going to choose a fun color. Maybe I'm going to choose a fun color. Yes, there we go. Let's choose green. So our clock, we cut it in half here. This is our half hour, or half past is how we sometimes read that. And the hour hand is pointing in between the 2 numbers. Okay. So again, I'm going to change colors so we can see that. Let's use red. So the hour of 1 o'clock is all the way from 1 to just in front of the 2. That's everything in the 1 o'clock hour. Okay, so anytime that the hour hand is in between the 1 and the 2, it is during the 1 o'clock hour. Same for the 2 to the right before the 3. Okay, anytime it's in there, it's the 2 o'clock hour. Anytime it's in between the 3 and the 4, it's the 3 o'clock hour. So in this clock, it's between 3 and 4, so it would be 3. And then we would say half past or 3:30. So the minute hand is showing 30 minutes have gone past. Each one of these is a 5-minute increment. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And we would say it's half past the hour of 3 o'clock. So the 3 different ways we can show this or say it would be looking at our analog clock, 3:30 here. Hold on, let me erase that big line so you don't get confused here because there's nothing going up that way to show 3:30. We can write it here on our analog clock, the hour hand between 3 and 4 and the minute hand pointing to the 6. We can write it on our digital clock with the hour 3 before the colon and the 30 minutes that have happened after the colon, 3:30. Or we can say it as half past the hour of 3, half past 3. Okay, so those are the 3 different ways to look at the half hour. So let's look at this one. Mora starts riding her bike at half past 5. So I have to think first of all, what is half past 5? Okay, she rides for 2 hours. Show and write the time that Maya finishes riding. So for me, I'm going to start with my little paper clock. And I'm going to start by showing half past 5. Well, I know that it's past 5, so I'm going to have my hour hand on the 5, and then half past is on the 6, or that is read 6:30. Okay, so if she rides for 2 hours, right here, she rides for 2 hours, I am simply going to think about it as 5 plus 2 would be 7. So for 2 hours would be, 1 hour would be 6:30, 1 hour would be 7:30. Okay. So let's show that on our analog clock and our digital clock. I'm going to start with the digital clock because it's just a little simpler. So if she rides for 2 hours, 2 hours becomes, instead of 5, I have to get my writing pen, it becomes 7:30. And to show that on the analog clock, I have my hands point between 7 and 8. Remember, it's a short line because the hour is short. And then the long hand, the minute hand, oh, nice straight line there, going down to the 6, showing our